I hope that you know that God is with you. And I know it may feel as though that things just aren't going well, and they're not in some instances. But I want you to begin to look into the future. Ask Spirit to begin to give you a new vision and allow you to see what's ahead. If you get the glimpse, you're going to receive a passion that's going to cause you to push forward past what is happening. Systems are failing. The government seems to be against us in America. And around the world, there are people that are experiencing the same thing. Money, jobs, businesses, all unstable. Yeah. But this is what I want you to know. In spite of what is happening, each situation that comes about that seems negative, that seems to be a lot, all of that is working for your good that is impending. I want you to know that better for you is coming. I want you to put in the chat right now, better for me. Things are getting better for me. I just went through a divorce. A child has got locked up. My business sales are down because hundreds of thousands of black women have lost their job, and black women is what caused black business to thrive. I feel it. I feel it. But things are getting better for you with every little tiny thing that's happening. Okay? So don't put too much attention on what is happening right now, what will happen over the next 3 to 5 years, wherever you are. I want you to look beyond that. And I want you to get a glimpse about the future and begin to situate and posture your life for that is coming. And I think that's going to help you make some great decisions. That's what October is about. It's about making the best decision for the future. It's about doing what is the absolute best for yourself, your business, your money, your body, your health, your relationships. It is time to optimize and get everything in the best, most profitable and favorable posture and position for you and everything attached to you. So I've been helping people do this ever since October the 1st. Lots of teaching. And if you want all of that teaching in PDF form, because you can't go back and watch all the videos, you don't have the time, you may say to yourself. You do if you turn that darn TV off. But anyway, I want you to text the word reformation, REFORMATION, to 404-999-7527. That's 404-999-7527. And one of our partners, DM Pear, has taken it upon her heart and herself, and she has the skill set, and it's amazing, to send you the PDFs that she have been creating from every teaching session for you to read. But you got to text the word reformation to 404-999-7527. She's even going to do 2 days, because today we're going to go a little bit further. Going to review the prophetic word and our to-do list. We only at number 4. I don't know how we're going to get through this, but I'm going to move fast to get through the to-do list, because there are other conversations I want to have around optimization. In the middle of the month, we started talking about the optimization of the soul. Wow. 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 What a teaching. And I must talk to you about the optimization of relationships and the optimization of the brain and the mind. So that's going to be an entire neurological conversation that's coming right out of my studies as I prep for this new degree that I'm going into in the world of neuroscience. It's going to be great. We're going to pray. I'm going to teach a little bit, prophesy a little bit, and then we're all going to worship together in our giving. What do you mean? The first example of worship in our biblications is a sacrifice that was being made on a mountain. So offering is worship. He said, me and the lad will go and worship. You know the story. So the first instance of a worship we have is sacrificial giving. And the MBN network is a 501c3 compliant network. 10% of everything that comes in goes into our missions in Africa and in Dubai. Our main focus right now is Ghana because of what we're doing in healthcare, in education, in farming, and transportation there in Ghana. So stick around and you'll be able to participate in funding something bigger than you. And remember, if you want, I'm gonna move fast. If you want to get caught up on this whole optimization of October, you need to text right now the word Reformation to 404-999-7527. That's 404-999-7527. Stick around for the worship and our giving. 10%. You're supporting the Africa's Rising Project in Ghana. And you're going to get some teaching, some education, and some prophetic understanding about where we are, where you are, and where we are going. Now remember, I don't care what it looks like. It is getting better for you.
I know how you feel, 'cause I feel it too, 'cause you will pray. But that's not how this ends. There's so much more to you that you will get to do this again. Whole world on fire, everything getting higher. Real hard for the buyer, still I believe it's even better for me. You're strong as ever. Never fear whatever. Things change forever, and I believe it's getting better for me. But then a plot twist must resist. Will there be more of this? Don't know which way to go. But that's not how this ends. There's so much more to you that you will get to do this again. Whole world on fire, everything getting higher. Real hard for the buyer, still I believe it's getting better.
There's a whole world waiting for you, filled with possibilities. Don't feel like you're in this by yourself. The other thing you need to know is things will get better.
Still I believe it's getting better for me. Yeah. You're strong as ever. Never fear whatever. Things change forever, and I believe it's getting better for me. Whole world on fire, everything getting higher. Real hard for the buyer, still I believe it's getting better for me. Getting hard, you're strong as ever. Wanna be alright, never fear whatever. Things change forever, and I believe it's getting better for me. That's not how this ends. There's so much more to you that you will get to do this again.
Looking for a vibrant community where faith meets empowerment? Welcome to the LRL community on Patreon. Here you'll gain access to our financial wellness plan to level up your money game and build your immune system, health and wellness lifestyle plan to keep your health in check. But that's not all. With the groundbreaking AIR project, we're creating jobs in Africa beginning in Ghana. Plus, you'll unlock insider tips from senior executives across industries. And the best part? Be part of daily prayers, weekly coaching sessions with Dr. Larry Reid himself, and so much more. It's time to connect, grow, and thrive. Get the apps, grab the merch, and join us at patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Let's build something amazing together. The LRL community is waiting for you.
I know you've been having dreams. I know you've been seeing some things while you're sleeping, and visions like mind movies been dancing in your head, and you want to understand them. Dreams are letters from above that are supposed to be read by you, and I want to help you read what you saw. I want you to go right now and download the MBN Network app and look for the Dream Guide from the side. And this is going to integrate with your Chat GPT. Put your dream in there, and I am going to interpret what you saw while you slept. I've been interpreting dreams for decades. Some of your most amazing, powerful, talented people in the world by night have came to me to get their futures told, and I want to help you. So I want you to go right now and download the MBN Network app and go in there and get the Chat GPT so that can become now your guide from the side. See you in the future. A lie has been told to you, and you have believed it.
It still has such an intensity, and the energy and the vibration in that place, you can feel it once you arrive.
At that moment, they allowed me to release my emotion.
Columbus never set a foot on any American soil before he died.
The lie is being exposed.
This is for real. They took our strong and able people, but they could never take all Africans away. And today, we have returned in peace.
All right, and we are back, and we're about to get started. We're on the live platform for a little while, you guys. So everybody that's coming in the chat, Celestial Circle members, and those of you that are patrons that join us every Sunday and every Wednesday and every Tuesday through Friday for prayer, I'm going to ask that you make sure that you hit the like, that you take this link. If your family members always want to know, okay, what Dr. Reid be teaching y'all over there in Patreon and in the Celestial Circle, you can send this link, copy it right now, copy it, and then send it to everybody in your phone and let them know that we're on having the conversation. I want to remind you of a few things that are coming up. The first thing that I want to remind you is the Reformation 2026. Reformation 2026 is going to be in Atlanta once again on this year. Last year was the absolute best Reformation we ever had. And when I just said it, I just had a thought and some things that came to my mind, and I felt that feeling that you get. Sometimes they'd be like little goosebumps or it's internal, but that was an amazing event that we experienced on this year. But 2026 is going to be even better, because every time we do it, we understand what is it that is necessary for those that are coming, and how can they come and go totally different. They come one way, leave another way. And last year we accomplished that in an amazing way. This year, July the 24th through the 26th, go ahead and get your ticket. July the 24th through the 26th. Go ahead and book the flight. If you go ahead and book the flight, for those of you that are on the financial wellness plan, You probably got some money sitting to the side. Well, if you own it, you definitely got some money for your travel, for your spiritual pilgrimage. Just go into that account and go ahead and book your ticket. Or if you have a credit card or an American Express that got a good point system, buy it with that, then go into that account and pay it off before the statement date so that you can go ahead and secure your time. Now, there's something else that all patrons are invited to. When I went to Ghana of 2024 in November, it absolutely changed my entire life, my perspective, my vision, my calling, my assignment, everything that I knew deep down inside that I was meant to do, but it wasn't that clear until I got in that Ghana air. Ghana, out of all the countries on the African continent, is known amongst the prophets as being the place that the intercessors are birthed. There is something in the air in Ghana that connects you with yourself and connects you deeply with yourself. And when this happens, it absolutely changes you for the better. It causes a shift in your business. It causes a shift in your perspective. It causes a shift in whatever community that you are part of, any alignment, attachment you have, everything experiences the shift. We're going, the celestial circle is going, but we are opening it up to any patron. I want to go, Dr. Reid, I want to meet y'all there. You can, if you are a patron. Only thing you got to do right now is go book your ticket. We fly out on the 20th and we get there on the 21st. We fly out on the 29th and we get back in America or wherever we're going on the 29th. And you can just go there, go to Accra, book one of the hotels. I like the Marriott that's right by the airport. I also like Kempinski. There are many hotels, but those are the two that I really like that I will suggest. Go ahead and book and plan it and say, okay, let me get in Patreon first. Let me book that because I want to go with them. We're going to have events while we're there, some for all patrons, but most of the events are for Celestial Circle. So go ahead and do yourself a favor. So you always wanted to go, but you're single. You don't want to go by yourself. I'll be there. I'll hold your hand while you are in Ghana. So go ahead and book your ticket. There'll be a whole lot of us there from America and from abroad, and you can be there with us. You can have the experience with our community. And that is March the 21st through the 29th. These two events are going to be necessary for your psyche, your spirit, and your soul in 2026. If you have been following the platform, every time I do the Exodus, is it time to leave America? I'm going into part 5, I think I am, or either part 4. Now, let me say something about that because I see misrepresentation online. When I say Exodus, leaving America, I'm talking about leaving the mentality, the spirit, even leaving financially, leaving America spiritually, emotionally, even as relates to your physicality, health-wise. And for some of you, leaving America means you're going to go and live in another country for a while, or either live in other countries for certain times of the year. That's what I do. And I want you to understand this is not something that is just for a select few. Everybody under the sun in America must make a decision right now to psychologically and culturally leave America, the mindset and the way. You see, she has manifested, and she's telling everybody who she has been all this long time, who she is, and who she wants to be. I believe America is going to ultimately experience a renaissance, but the path there is going to be ugly. You already see it now, and many people aren't paying attention. But soon we all going to see, we all going to know. Nobody will be able to not know, because right at your doorstep, who America is at the time and who she's going to be in the short future is going to touch every last one of us. And we're beginning to see it now. But in our community, we began to see it years ago. So we've been in preparation. And we have been diversifying our funds and our portfolios. Yes, you can still make money in the stock market. Yes, you can still make money in certain markets in America as far as housing is concerned, but you need to reposture yourself for the future. So you may need to liquidate a percentage and then put that into something that can generate income for you. Put it safely in an insurance tool to where it's not affected by certain things. Put it safely in gold to where it's not been affected the way that it is happening to other people. You may need to consider getting residency or getting dual citizenship, getting into their financial world, investing in their stocks, investing in their crypto, and also investing in their real estate to diversify. And the scripture teaches this. Ecclesiastes 11:1. Ship your grain across the water. And you need to diversify and increase in streams of income. That scripture says 7, yea, even 8. So that you can be prepared, because you don't know if this market going to fall or if it fall over there. In a way that the market is set up globally, certain countries will be affected if and when, I'm not going to say if, when our housing and our stock market begins to crash. There are certain places that are going to be affected, but other places won't be affected. Look into Singapore. It's not going to be affected. Look into some of the other places that are not going to be affected when this crash happens here. You just got to be wise. And this is all about optimization, because optimization is about being in the best form, being in the best structure, being in the best space and place for what it is that you desire to do in the future. So I want you to just give me your ear for a little bit as we're going to continue to have this conversation of optimization. But first, let us pray. I declare and I decree that your mind begins to open to the words that I say, and that your heart will be attentive and your spiritual ears and eyes, and that you're able to take what I say and you're able to digest the parts that are for you, that the Spirit of God will talk to you while you're listening to me by the Spirit of God, and you're beginning to find out what it is that you should be doing. May the whispers of the Spirit and the angels talk to you while I'm teaching and talking to you, that you can begin to extract the part that's tailor-made for you. I am thankful in this moment that your understanding is opening and widening, and that you're going to be inspired in this moment by what you hear. I'm excited now that we're all being advanced in our intellect so that we can hear and receive and process at an accelerated rate prophecy and so many wisdom nuggets and information and data quickly. I'm excited that we are being advanced. I am in a worship right now in my heart, filled with gratitude for how you are changing altitudes in this moment. And I declare and I decree that there will be nothing that will come into your consciousness, into your awareness, in your prefrontal lobe, anything that will come to distract and divide your attention. May you be clear, and may what is put out goes right into your receptors and causes a shift in your brain and in your mind. I prophesy the optimization of the brain and of the mind. I say that the conscious mind processes proper, and that the subconscious mind is actually reborn by the new information that I repeat, that I have been repeating for a while. I am thankful that the subconscious has been reconditioned and reprogrammed, and you're moving forward from this day moment with the mindset and the mentality of optimization. And you're able to see the thing that needs to be pruned. You see the thing that needs to be restructured. You see the thing and the attachment that needs to be cut off. You see how it needs to be done from this moment forth. I prophesy the powers and the anointings and spirits of God, Father God in Christ Jesus. May they talk to you and speak to you and tell you what to do next as you move into your next call November. Tandore mo ma frem de suntaka. In Jesus' name, I speak this And it is so now. Amen. All right. All righty now. Okay, so for some of you, this is going to be review, but it's good because it's a reprogram. You do know the only way that you can get your subconscious reprogrammed. Now, listen to me, the first 7 years of your life, everything you see somebody do and say programs your subconscious as a child. And you are walking around right now listening to me with 10% of your mind. That's the conscious mind that's listening to what I'm saying. And the subconscious is not even being affected really unless you have played what I teach or read what you have been teaching or whatever somebody else, some guru you're listening to over and over and over and over again. It's not affected if there's not repetition. So you have to use repetition to change the condition. Put it in the chat. Repetition changes the condition. If you want to recondition your subconscious, you got to listen to the same thing over and over. And those of you that have had NLP, I think it is training, it's NLT, I think it is training. And those of you that have had other neuro science type of training to suggest certain people to that certain things to people's minds when you talk, you know the power of that. And a lot of you don't even realize that you've been done like that by many preachers and many people that talk at a certain frequency in a certain way to change how you think subconsciously. That way they're able to control you and steer you. That's correct. So that's why it's important that you guard your ear, because the person in your ear has the power to change your year. The person in your ear has the power to change your year. So you have got to really go over a fine-tooth comb with whoever you're listening to, because that person is going to have influence on the constant automatic running script that is in the subconscious. And the subconscious determines the life that you live. Right now, the world that you're sitting in is the world that you made. The subconscious created it. So with the conscious mind, this data collection, you have really got to do work so you can reprogram the subconscious. What goes on in your mind when you're sitting by yourself, when you're quiet? What is that thought that creeps you out? That's almost like haunting you all the time. That's coming from the subconscious. You got to go and rewrite the script. So this is the reason why therapy, prophecy, listening to prophecy, teaching, prayer, meditation, meditation. That's how I want you to hear that now in 2025, in the year of technology, in the time of Aquarius. Meditation. This is why you got to be careful what you are taking in digitally, because it has the power to affect the brain, which is tied to the mind, and get programming in the subconscious. Meditation and meditation is how you're going to begin to rewrite the subconscious. I'm already teaching, but I hope you're getting what I'm saying, all right? So repetition, use it as your tool. I hand it to you now in the spirit. Repetition, use it. You've been using it. You've been using it. You already been using it. Your palate is trained for certain things because of your repetition. You like certain foods. Why? Because of your repetition. You drive the same way every single day because of your repetition. Never consider going a different way home. Let the spirit give it to you, because we're tied to repetition. But I want you to use that tool to advance your consciousness and your brain, because you need your brain well and your mind well. And although they shake hands and they're tied and they're partnered, there is some tension there. And with the power of your spirit and unlearning behaviors and implementing new behaviors, you can begin to cause them to shake hands in a new land. And that's where we are headed, to a new land. You are changing. The ground that you are is changing, just like the country that you live in is changing. Everything is changing. You might as well just get involved and start architecturalizing and becoming a future tech and a shape shifter and a shift specialist and strategist, and begin to make what you want. All right? Let me drink some water. Like the spirit is talking through me, ain't even asking me no questions. I don't even know what I done said, but talk, ghost. Talk, Holy Ghost. All right. Okay, so let's look at the prophecy as it relates to the month. All right. All right, the prophecy is this. Every necessary separation and every essential preparation for optimization is completing Operation Optimization for an outstanding October filled with opportunity. In October, open your heart and allow your soul to overflow with optimism. Now, that's already been challenged. Now, I know some of you and what you're walking through, that's already been challenged. If this was released October the 1st, you've already been challenged with that. Breathe, forgive yourself. All right, get back on track. Fill yourself with optimism as you are refining systems for efficacy, effectiveness, and efficiency. This month marks the space that compromises are exposed. Inefficiencies are cut, clarity comes, and future readiness begins. Necessary separations have happened and will continue to occur. What you lost, who you lost, was necessary, and they will continue to occur. That's what the Spirit said October the 1st. How many of you have experienced that since October the 1st? Right here, Larry did. Since October the 1st, I experienced it hard 2 months prior. And maybe a part of me thought it was over. But then when I heard the Spirit say this, I said, oh, that's ULP. That's real country. Oh. Right. But it's okay. It is okay. It is okay. Necessary separations have happened and will continue to occur. And then there were prophetic command words, and I love these words. And we understand them now better now. We've been talking about this. Streamline, strategize, right size. That's not downsize. That's right size. That's not downsize, that's right size. We'll talk about the difference in a little bit. Organize, prioritize, fireproof. That's what we dealt with last Sunday. And future-proof your family, your business, your health, and your wealth. Now, this was our to-do list for the month. And sadly, we only on number 4. I think this is the worst we've ever done on any month when it comes to our syllabus. We're normally far away at the end of the month. Well, y'all, we ain't. So I'm going to move fast because I want to finish this, and then I want to get into something else. I may have to go a little bit into November to finish optimization. This week, Tuesday through Friday, prayer, 8 a.m. I won't be with y'all on Tuesday morning, but drum roll, Shamako Bryant is going to be leading morning prayer. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, that's going to be a thing that you would not forget. You will not forget Tuesday morning prayer. I'll be back with you on Wednesday morning prayer. I'll be traveling on Tuesday. I'll be with you on Wednesday morning, but Wednesday evening I have an appointment, and I'll be live on my main platform. But you guys will be in Patreon with Shamako Bryant. He will be teaching on Wednesday night. Be there instead of watching me on the other platform. Actually, I'll be somewhere else. What did I just say? That's if things don't go right, I'll be on my main platform. But either way, it'll be streaming on my main platform. I have an appointment on Wednesday evening. But I want you, those of you that are patrons of Celestial Circle, be over there because that's going to be a special treat. He's going to be doing Tuesday morning and Wednesday night. And you're going to be glad about it. And I can't wait to hear your reviews about what happened and what you experienced while you were with him. And Mark going to be assisting because he has some announcements that he needs to make. Sorry for those of you that's not a part of our community. Say, what is he talking about? Who are these people? We're letting you in on our Sunday morning and in our community. So just you ain't got to worry about that part. Unless you decide to become a patron today, it's probably the best thing to do for yourself for the rest of the year. The last quarter ain't going to be no joke. I'm going to tell you right now. The last quarter ain't going to be no joke. And then the first quarter, ain't going to be no joke. And you need to move really, really, really carefully. And I'm not trying to fearmonger when it comes to the stock market. The closer we get to April, it's not going to be any joke. And by this time next year, everybody will be like, oh my God. Oh my God. There'll still be some people that's in the dark. But then by this time, 2 years from now, 2027, oh, okay. Everybody can be very clear on what has happened, no matter your income level, black, white, gay, straight, fat, skinny, old, young. Everybody gonna know. Oh, we in the thing. But, because you're walking with spirit, you're connected, praying, meditating, and meditating. When you're watching once, you being real careful. You know, you're gonna move through this stuff and end up prospering. You see, you're gonna be moving through this and prospering. That's not gonna be everybody's situation. It can be, but it won't be. So you're gonna prosper. I don't want you to be concerned and worried to death. You're optimizing, you're being optimized. You're putting things in place right now to where you're going to be able to walk through this, not smelling like no smoke, no bruises, no bumps. Are you hearing me? I hope you are, because it's so and it's true. Okay, so we got the to-do list. So let me get into number 4. We talked about prune what drains, streamline your systems, right size your circle, and fireproof your finances. And we got into a generalization of talking about what fireproofing was. But the first thing I did, I explained to you optimization even the more. Optimization means that you're trying to make something function at its best possible, highest, most elite, efficient, effective level. Optimization means to refine and restructure, reallocate resources so that there is maximum output with minimum waste. And so when I talk about optimization, you need to understand that this is a spiritual and prophetic engineering process. It's a spiritual and prophetic engineering process. It's a psychological engineering process. It is a financial engineering process. It's where spirit begins to trim what is unnecessary as relates to your purpose so that you can be more precise. It's like heaven is auditing all of your assignments, all of your alignments, all of your attachments, who you call friend, what community you're a part of, how you market your business, your brand, all of that. Heaven is auditing. And look, what needs to change in order for this to be way better? Because heaven is all about output and quality control, you see. We're to be a reflection of the world that is above. We're to be a reflection of spirit. So we are to present ourselves as our highest, most amazing, extraordinary self that is a representation of that world in quality, in precision. Are you seeing what I'm saying? So optimization, that makes it diagnostic too. This spiritual process is diagnostic and prophetic, because some of you are being diagnosed now and you're doing it yourself. You're looking at your actions and you're looking at what you're doing. You say, okay, now that wasn't the best decision. I could have done better with that. That wasn't smart to do. That's optimization, because now you're learning from what you did that wasn't most profitable for you. Actually, may have been harmful for you and harmful for somebody else. So as a result, you're looking at the diagnostics and you say, okay, I'm going to have to reframe this because this caused drain. I'm going to have to rethink this and restructure this because there's some waste here. That's what budgeting is all about. We talking about fireproofing your finances. Budgets are safety from waste. Put that in the chat. Budgets are safety from waste. Most people implement a budget because, and I'm talking from, this is mansplaining. Women may be different. But when we say, okay, we got a budget, that means we're looking at what we're making and what's going out, and that thing is too close. So we're trying to downsize or economize. So we want to cut some of the stuff we're paying back because we're making this right here. We're making this $5,000 a month. So let's see if we can get this move and get into another place, so we can have more money. Because that just feel better. You see, we're very emotional about our money. Our money does not need emotion. It needs systems, methods. See, that's downsizing. Some people budget with the consciousness of downsizing, but we don't do that as prophetic people. Prophetic people have our sight and our senses into the data of the time, and we have our spiritual eyes and senses into the future where we're headed. And we make decisions about our money thinking about the future. So we don't downsize, we right size. Oh, okay, I see the market's gonna move right here. All right, so let me go ahead and do this and do that. Oh, look, okay, I got more money left over now. Now let me take that money right in between there, that little space there, and throw it over here to grow. You see? See, we're looking at the future. People that downsize, they're looking at the present. And we're futurists. So we don't move that way. We don't cut in fear. No. See, when you do that, then your money back up. Trust me, I did it. I had the privilege of, as a teenager, I left home at 17 years old. Y'all, I have not worked for nobody but myself since then. So when it comes to money and when it comes to handling money well, few people are better than me. And that's the truth. I think when you're raised poor and in poverty, you have to work for it. If you pay their attention, you start beginning to learn certain things. I did that. Every time I did that, oh my Lord. I've been making six figures since I was a teenager. Wait a minute. When did I first six figures? Okay, not counting Lisa, because Lisa was in the military. So she was always getting a good check. But I had to build mine out the air. That's not true. I first got into six figures around like 22 for the year. And when I got into that, I just began to move a certain kind of way because I thought money was filthy. And so I would, because of what I always hear from mama say about people who have money in our family, I'm like, okay, I got too much money. So let me get this away. I'll just handed it out. I handed it out. God knows I handed it out. Handed it out. Sometimes I would hand it right back to the church. Because I remember years, and this was probably in 2007 or 2005, the church, when, I wanted a better building and we weren't raising enough money for it, I just wrote the check for it. And buy people cars and get people to buy houses. I've always been in money work for years. So when it comes to money pitfalls and how to do it wrong, I think I have a PhD in that. And so I learned. Oh yeah, that's right. I have Shamako will tell you. A girl named Brittany, she was a kid in my ministry. And I made a post about something financial on Facebook. And she said, we in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Raleigh, Durham, Goldsboro, North Carolina, from your hometown, have always looked up to you financially. Because when you left home, you always had a nice house and several nice cars. I say, yeah, that's how people measure. People measure like that. I ain't never been that person, but being around pastors and preachers, young, they sort of make you feel like that if you don't look successful, people not going to listen to you. Now I don't care. Y'all see, I got this every bit of $4 shirt on. Every bit of $4 on. And you saw me with the diamonds. You saw me with the labels. I mean, I still got some of them. I can afford to do it. I took somebody shopping the other day. It's not that I can't afford to do it. I'm right-sized, fireproofing my future. Now I'm 47, so I'm still in my earning years. Those of you that's 65 and older, you're in your returning years. So some of the things I may say about optimization as far as money in 2025, you're in a different phase of your life. But most of you here, I think the average age of my viewer is 36, and of my ministry is like 42. Me and you is like in the same boat. So let me tell you this. You can get the nice house. I had a 15,000 square feet house, 10,000 above ground, 5,000 underground, where I had all my studios. I had several Cullinans That's Rolls Royces. I had 3 of them and 2 Ghosts, and then several Mercedes and this, that, and the other, all at the same time in places all over the U.S. of A. In 2023, Spirit spoke to me and said, listen, you got to pull everything out of your ear you listening to and begin to listen to me. And it was the Spirit of God and these 2 white ladies that began to talk to me. And I began to right size my life. I sold diamonds, I sold cars, and I got rid of places, and I didn't mess up these leases. If you just go online, all that stuff is public. I paid people what needed to be paid, and then I went on to the next thing. In fact, I have perfect rental history and perfect on my mortgage. My first house I bought when I was a teenager, I was like 17 or 18 years old, I think it was. And I've always had perfect rental history. I can rent and get anything I want. I have great credit. My mama is the result of that. Reid, far back I can remember, her credit scores always were in the 800s. So I was sort of raised, and my aunts that are very frugal. Probably any of my aunts can write you a $150,000 cash check. My mama and her sister, they don't play when it comes to money, so that thing gets sort of in me. So when I first started learning in my 20s, what I would end up doing, I said, let me just cut it back. And then I would see the money go back because I was budgeting with the mindset, not of waste, cutting waste, but I was budgeting, trying to build for myself more of a cushion. Oh, that's a lie, y'all. There's no such thing as a financial cushion. There's no such thing as extra money. Just get it out of your mind. That's a lie that come out of your impoverished thinking. Trust me, I did it. There ain't no such thing as cushion. There ain't no such thing as extra money. That's all a lie and it's illusion. And every time I did that, the money would go down and match my cut. I said, what the hell is going on? It was because I was downsizing and not right sizing. When you right size, you look into the future and it changes your moves. They become master money moves. Put it in the chat. Master money moves. When you budget with a future perspective and you right size your life, you begin to make masterful money moves. And that happened to me. Teenager, had my first house. Sure did. I think the first house I bought, and Lisa was with me, so we bought it. She had the consistent income coming in, and I had the pull and the spirit and the wisdom because they said we couldn't get it. And I said, the devil is a lie. I locked myself in the closet with a white candle and put the contract under it and prayed and fasted. And I came out of there with the money. Oh, that's a long story. I was 19. I came out my closet. Glory. Ooh, that's when Spirit taught me that money was spirit. And currency, how come we don't know that? It's right in our face. But the English language is purposefully articulated to cause us to speak certain things over our consciousness, over our money. Not all the way through, but it's in there. So currency, that deals with current. Current you cannot see, it's in spirit. So money is spirit. And I learned in that closet what money was. And you can use this right here with a thought and a strategy and make money. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, absolutely. Oh, the thought and the word, that thing align, you can go get the money will come to you. And so I remember when Miss Courtney, that was my realtor then, she said, when Mr. Larry, she was Mingley Courtney, she said, Mr. Larry, no, can't get to too much money. You got to have money up front. I said, okay, at least I ain't have the money. I ain't have the money. I went in the closet. And let me tell you what happened. The owner tracked me down that was selling me the house, gave me the deposit, paid for me to buy her house. I'm not lying, y'all. It's a true story. You can ask Lisa, ask Marco, ask anybody who was around me at the time that I still have a relationship with. You might get asked the folks I don't have a relationship with, but they saw what happened. It was true. My uncle said, I watched all this. This was my first experience with watching God do the supernatural just because prayer. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So let me get back to my topic. I'm getting off this. How come I ain't nowhere near through this syllabus for this here month? Okay, anyway, so right size, don't downsize. Look to the future for the instructions for your now. That's basically it. That's the good way to sum it up. I summed it up pretty good, didn't I? So it's diagnostic optimization. You have to allow the diagnostics because there's some stuff that you're probably doing that aren't optimal. So optimization means in your daily, everyday life, you have to streamline. Streamline, and that's in the prophecy, one of those words, it means to cut the unnecessary steps when it comes to getting the thing done. Simplify your systems. Strategize. Focus energy on what moves the mission forward. Right size, I explained. Adjust people, partnerships, projects to fit the new assignment. You may have people around you that aren't supposed to enter with you into the next. That don't mean they're the devil. It don't mean they're demons. It don't mean they're wrong. They just ain't a fit for next. Right size. Organize. That means bring order to chaos. That means you got to name, number, define, and structure everything. The process needs to be organized. 3 things you got to remember if you want a successful business: the product, the people, and the process. And every season, the product, the people, and the process will go through a sifting or a shifting when it's time to go into the next level of what it is you're supposed to do. So you have to bring that optimization in so that you can begin to make sure you got the optimum people, you got the optimum process, and the product has been optimized. Last one, prioritize. Put purpose over popularity. Ooh, let me use Larry Live for that. Okay, Larry Live blew up in 2018. 2018. That's when I began to do March 2018. I grew the show by 600%, and my name was everywhere across the country. In 2019 is when I began to purposefully shift the content. And the reason why I purposely shifted the content for one reason: I began to meet the people that I was talking about. I'm a lover of people. And when I began to understand that certain kind of joking and certain kind of coverage would injure, now I ain't got nothing to do. You out here done it, 'cause only cover was public. I have never ever dug up something on somebody and shared what is private and shared it publicly. I may have alluded to it, but I never did that. That's on my record. Look, let's go look. It's all online. I think I've done 1,200 videos since Larry Live is set up. It just ain't my MO. It's not even my personality. Anyway, so I began to shift and change things in 2019. Because I began to shift things in 2019, my numbers went down. How much money I made went down. But I was prioritizing what was important to me. Remember this, Suze Orman, y'all, I used to watch Suze Orman religiously in my 20s. I mean, my TV stayed on her. She always said, people first, then money. Put it in the chat. People first, then money. That's the whole reason why this morning, normally on Sundays when we're giving, we always give it 4 levels, and we're going to give it 4 levels this morning so everybody can participate as one community. We usually have it at a certain numbers, and Wednesdays are a little lower. It came to my mind when I came here. I said, let's use Wednesday numbers for Sunday morning. And you know why? Because I want everybody to feel like they're able to participate in the worship moment and in the seed, time, and harvest process. And I want to leave nobody out. That's because for me, it's people first, then money. And it's sad to say, most people, let's bring it to the church, most preachers, most prophets, most bishops, it's not people first. And you'll never know it unless the Spirit tell you, or you get behind the veil and look. It's not people first, it's money first. Larry Reid ain't never been that and will never become that. All right? People first, then money. So if you're going to run your business, you shouldn't be running your business or starting a business because of no money. Yeah. And that can come to your mind, especially when you got something pressing on you. Come on, men, ladies, business owners. You got stuff you got to pay. And I'm supposed to be focused on building a business that puts people first. When I got these bills, I understand it. But listen to me. People first, then money. You build a business around meeting somebody else's need and solving somebody's problem. You build a business around solving somebody's problem and meeting their need, answering something that needs a solution, fixing something that is problematic, curing an ill that is in the community. People don't know how to cook. You can cook. That's a need. That's a problem. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You gotta build with that in your will. Because if you do not, the money's going to spoil you. The money's going to change you. And you're not going to love people anymore. You're going to look at people as resources and become transactional. Whew. Why am I talking like this publicly? This needs to be just us. All right. This is how I get off. We ain't gonna never, ever. Oh my God, I don't think I'm gonna finish this in October because I keep getting off. So it's diagnostic. Check all of that stuff out. Optimize. When you begin to optimize, your discernment gets sharper. You start redeeming the time. Because it took you a long time to get here. It's not, and I prophesy, it's not going to take you as long to get where you want to get next. Now, we was at church. Hammond would have hit, and we took off running right down there. 3 went that way, 2 that way. But I prophesy, it is not going to take you as long to get to what is next because you are embracing optimization. There's some diagnoses in there. And what ain't proper gonna get proper. So you're gonna be able to go straight, streamline to the prophecy and to destiny fulfillment. You are already it on some level. You just have to manifest your it, go through the process of your it. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I despise transactions and relationships. My mentor says relationships before tasks. Bingo. Sound like a good mentor. Okay. All right, Larry. You so behind. Oh my God. So we talked about fireproofing in general. In general, fireproofing, y'all know what it is. It means to protect. To protect your sensitives. To protect what is important. To protect what is exceptional and that you hold precious, to protect it from the fire. The fire of chaos. The fire of this political climate. The fire of attachments and relationships and crazyment and niggerment. When I was saying that, I have thought about fireproofing as it relates to finances and this, that, and the other. But the Spirit just says, fireproof you, because you are your greatest asset. That's why I love these spiritual conversations. Spirit says, fireproof you, because you are your greatest asset. The most precious thing you possess is you. I didn't think about this, and I've been talking about fireproof for a week. Fireproof you. Protect your ears. Protect your eyes. Protect your focus. Protect your energy. Fireproof yourself. I got that. I got that. I got it. I got it and I felt it. I got it and I felt it. Okay, got it. So we talked about fireproofing your finances. Build your financial wellness plan is a fireproofing finance system. Let me tell you something. Ask me how I know. If you want your finances to get ate up, begin to move with your finances with an idea that is antithetical to your spirituality. The first thing I do at the top of the month, I send my natural father, Teruma. I send a specific amount. I noticed last month I didn't send enough. The month before that, I sent over. That's fine. Now I got my calculations redone. And it's so funny, one of the prophetics here, because the community is full of prophetics. So you got to talk to your dad about Teruma. I said, okay, I got it. All right. And I put it to the side, but that thing came back up. I said, I got it. The moment you receive money, now this is really for my community, but if you're listening, you're not in the community, you might can learn something from this. We embrace a financial wellness plan to get our money well. The first thing we do, if I get $1,000 right now, 2.5% of it, I'm sending it to my spiritual father, personal prophet, chief inspiration person in my life, my supervising priest, because this is a Jewish practice that comes out of Africa. The first thing I do is 2.5%. It's biblically 2%. But if a generous man do 2.5%. So I send that $25. I actually don't send it. I put it to the side. Now I made 1,000, so my tithe is what? 100. That goes to the house of my priest, or a house where a priest is in service. So it's a ministry. So the whole idea of taking the tithe and just giving it to anybody is improper. The tithe is reserved for the house of a priest or the priest themselves. Now, the third step of the financial wellness plan, we take the next tithe. The most important prophet in your life is who? The most important priest in your life is who? You. We take that 100 and we pay ourselves that second tithe, or third tithe, because the first tithe is 2.5% to the priest. The second tithe is to the house. So it's the mouth, the house, and then to me, my house. And that 100 we split in 3 different accounts. One account I must give to the poor, or I can honor my mother and father. Larry honors my mother and father. The second part is for our vacations. Your rest is more important than your play. Your rest is more important than your assignment God called you to. Hear me? I put it in that account. The third account, I do self-guided investment. Well, my company, anything I make, they match. That's great. That's them over there. That's guided investing. You must invest yourself, prepare for your future. Self-guided. I take that, the stocks, real estate, whatever. Put it aside. That's the financial wellness plan that I teach and create in 2019. Now listen to this. You're supposed to graduate this. I don't want you to start doing this. I want you to start doing that. Do it very technical. Very technical. The moment the money hit, tithe, to the priest, tithe to the minister, go out first. You can create an account to put it in, to hold it, and then do it on Sunday or Wednesday if you want to. You can. But it's the first thing you do. The very first thing you do. But eventually what ends up happening is you learn and develop something with your money, with the idea of seed, time, and harvest. And then you graduate that and you move with free will giving. You hear people say, if the Spirit hit me, I give. That's actually stupid, but I understand what they're saying, because the Spirit's will is to give at all times. Any space where there's a need, Spirit wants to fill. So Spirit gonna always, somebody tell you I need, Spirit gonna always be a yes. But then there's the spirit of wisdom in your spirit to where you begin to judge. So anyway, you do this financial wellness plan, then you get into free will giving. So when nobody have to give you an amount, have to give you the name of the seed, nobody have to give you what numbers to plant. Because you're already in relationship with your money. You know what you're walking through. You say, shoot, I'm coming out of a situation, going into a new one. That's a 7. So let me do this $70 seed, this $17 seed, this $700 seed. And I named that because anytime you give, it has to be a sacrifice. Because scripturally, the first example of giving is called worship, and it was the sacrifice of the son as an offering. So that's where that comes from. So if I got $100 and the seed is 99, if I gave 99, got $1 left, I don't care if Granville, the Batsons, give 900. Y'all think they gave more than me, but Spirit counts what's left. I have $1 left. That comes out of this Bible too. If you can read the Bible, not literally, you should read it looking for principles. When they were all giving, taking off their Louis and their gold and giving stocks and bonds, this is an example. I'm never reading this scripture. Jesus was sitting there looking, and a woman came with 2 pennies and threw it in the offering bucket. And they were like, 2 pennies to give to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, to the work of the Lord. That's an insult. Jesus said, I know. That woman gave more than everybody. Why? Because she gave all she had. Spirit counts what's left. While I'm saying that, it's not time yet, but go ahead and plan in your heart and in your mind how you are going to sow this morning. Everybody here can do $57.86. Why that, Larry? Because we moved into the year 5786. I know you think it's 2025, and it is according to the Gregorian solar calendar. But according to the biblical calendar, the main calendar, the real calendar, the moon's calendar, we're in year 5786 as of Tishrei, which is September, October. So you make a decision. We're not going to do it right now, though. But you make a decision what level of sacrifice and sowing you're going to do this morning. Okay? We'll get back to that. But I think that was a good time to go ahead and decide. Looking at that woman with 2 pennies, she gave all she had. Spirit count what's left. If you got 100 and you're doing $57.86, that's a huge sacrifice. In your account, you got $1,000. And you say, I'm going to do the super seed. That you and the lady that had $100 that done $57.86, you and her gave at the same level. But on our end, it looked like one gave $57.86 and the other one gave $557.86. Y'all understand what I'm trying to teach y'all something. And if you learn this, you'll be able to start identifying hirelings and people who put money before people. Okay? All right, because spirit is a principle. It's an intelligence. I ain't going to get into all that. All right, so fireproof you, fireproof your money, fireproof your emotions, fireproof your partnerships, your relationships, fireproof them things. Are you hearing me? How can I fireproof, Larry? Well, you fireproof, number one, through order. Disorder attracts the vile words. Enemy come he's seeking to and fro who he may want devour. Now, don't y'all laugh at me the way I talk. You already know what's up. And I don't even feel like that no more because I went to Honolulu, where I'm from, my people. And the lady told me, who moved like a prophet in that moment, she said, I can hear in your speech, you're not speaking your language. You're speaking English, but that's not your language. I can hear it. She heard it in my tone. So some words I say don't be right. Thank you for typing it out because I can't say it proper. Disorder attracts devourers. Okay. Do you have order in your life, order in your money, order in your diet, what you intake? Do you have order? Huh? Do you? Another way you can fireproof through diversification. Ecclesiastes 11. Never depend on one river. Put that in the chat. Never depend on one river. Nope, nope, nope. Some of you that have been furloughed, you learning this lesson the hard way now, ain't you? Mm-hmm, yep. Never depend on one river. Adam now was given rivers in Eden. That's Northern Africa. You got to learn how to maintain, generate multiple income streams, businesses and investments and royalties and digital assets. You got to be able to do all that. Insurances. Diversify, USD, AED, GHS, crypto, ruples, pounds, euros. Spread holdings across currencies and nations. Ecclesiastes 11. Are y'all hearing me? I don't hear no amens and I don't hear no amen. Okay, Vonda said yes. You hear me? All right. Vonda with me. Miss Irene with me. All right. Thank you. You loud and clear. I hear you. All right. For you, diversification could look like, wait a minute, I got all my money in the National Bank. In a regional bank. I got all my money in a regional bank. I got all my money in the credit union. Let me put one in a credit union, some in the credit union, some in this local bank, and then a regional bank, and then I put this one in Chase. Y'all better hear me. Diversification, fireproof. Don't let me be a lovely song like the scriptures say Isaiah became with his prophecies. Tell me one thing you heard me say didn't come to pass. So it just makes sense to listen. Diversify. 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 So you can fireproof through order. Mm-hmm. Order. Because disorder attracts the devourer. Chaos in money, it creates a leakage. You got to have that order. You remember we were doing a lot of measuring, and we do it every once in a while. That's the order, measuring. All right, number 2, fireproof through diversification. Fireproof through community. In this moment, in this climate, if you isolate, you become vulnerable. You need counsel. You need connection. You need camaraderie. Counsel, connection, camaraderie. Counsel, connection, camaraderie. See, this is why I'll be writing books out of my mouth. Marco told me that, he said, Larry, you are ChatGPT. That's a compliment, though, actually. Counsel, connection, and camaraderie. Put that in the chat. You fireproof when you move out of isolation and come into community. Isolation makes you more vulnerable. Lord, this is good through me. Thank you, Spirit. I just want to know if your ears are working. Are you really listening or you watching? I'm entertaining even when I'm telling the truth and teaching. I hope y'all ain't. Thank you for reiterating that. Thank you. Dog, it's 9:17. I might well get this up. I'm not finishing. We're talking about fireproof, and we still number 4, y'all. Don't isolate. I don't like talking about my money to people. You better get you a financial advisor. Call your prophet something. Get you an accountant. Look over your stuff. What's going out, what's coming in, the incoming and the outgoing. Do you know giving is a financial strategy? Oh my God. I don't think I've ever said that. Some of y'all will know. Put it in the chat. Giving is a financial strategy. Whew, seed sowing. See, you think giving, you got to think of like a farmer. You got to think agriculture. You can't think that church stuff. You got to think nature. You got to go into your African mind where you one with the ground and think about the dirt and the water and the tilling and the plucking up of weeds and the fertilization. Giving is a financial strategy. When I say that now, it's more powerful. Oh my God, that's seed planting. I plant a seed. I create a harvest. Jesus, lamb. That's like the 5th quote I got to remember because I ain't never said it before. Somebody need to grab it and remind me I said it so I can make it a part of my talking points all the darn time. I want to be as smart as the spirit that come out my mouth. Great question, but this ain't the day for questions. I say both. Great question. Wednesday night we do question Q&A. Both. 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 So you fireproof through order. You fireproof through community. You fireproof through diversification. Wow. You fireproof through preparation as well. Prepare for what is to come. Suze Orman used to say you need 8 months of emergency fund. Now, the emergency fund can look different ways. It can be liquid in the bank. It can be your credit card you got $35,000 limit on. Don't just let that card just sit there. You got to use it sometimes and pay it off. I don't care if it's $500. Let's keep relationship with that bank. But that $35,000 Visa or MasterCard can be your 8 month, if it's enough. Or maybe you got 4. That's at 30,000. That can be your emergency fund. It could be. But I'm gonna say this: I don't trust in any of the American financial structures right now because of the unpredictability that is in this administration. So even when it comes to the credit system, I see that it could be suffering because the banks are going to be in this thing that's going to happen. So just be sensitive and be wise. Cortez, that's a great question. Kendall is pulling the transcript from 2 sessions 2 years ago that were spectacular, and they're making it a PDF. So probably within a month, you're going to have it. Text the word Reformation to 404 999 7527. So you can get it right to your phone and save it to your, if you got iPhone, iBooks, and you can read it. Now this last fireproofing, and I'm gonna move into future proofing. This last fireproof, and I ain't gonna go into future proofing today. Let's look at this syllabus. Oh God. Well, I sort of done hit all 10 of these. What y'all think? I sort of have, but I haven't went in depth with 6 through 10. Well, 5 through 10. Jesus lamb, I only got halfway. 5 through 10. Let me say this here. This is so terribly important. Terribly important for you to listen to and go back and listen to. Listen to this and then go back and listen to this. Listen to this, then go back and listen to this. It's extremely important to do. Yeah, you have touched them all. Okay, what y'all think? What y'all think? Tell me what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think. Touch on briefly in the morning prayer? We'll see. We'll see. Oh my God, okay. Let me see here. I want to say this, and this is important and it needs to be said about fireproofing. Hold on a minute. Thank you, Nancy. Fireproof your relationships. We're talking about moving forward because we're walking through fires, chaos, all different types of kind. But I'm not talking about just any relationship. Not just any relationship. I sort of think so too, Kendall. Because I want to do optimizations in relationship and optimization of the brain and mind, which I sort of hit a little bit today. I want you to fireproof your relationships. Listen to what I'm about to say. I'm not talking about just any relationship. I would probably start with your loved ones, your family. Now, let me define family for you, because some of you may share blood and last name. You may share facial features. But they may not be family. So you define what family is for you. Fireproof your relationships. I want you to identify the relationships that are necessary for your growth and your wellness. Do it right now in your mind. Do it right now in your mind. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. It may be your best friend. It could be your personal prophet. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking about it. Be your friends, your spiritual community. You got it? You got them all labeled? Every necessary relationship for your growth and for your wellness. You got it? You got the list? You got it here? Protect it. protected. Those covenant relationships. I'm going to say it again. Protected. Your wife, your lover, your daughter, your son. I want you to identify those necessary relationships for your wellness and for your growth and make a decision today. I'm going to protect it no matter what. You can't come to me with that. And see, when you get into this posture, you as a parent may change how you language and how you talk about your children. You don't keep calling them gremlins, munchkins, and all that kind of crazy stuff, or they badass, or whatever you say. You're going to start changing how you got to fireproof that thing. This is an important covenant. So I'm not going to betray my own prayers for them with speaking stuff out of my mouth that betrays the prayer I prayed. I'm going to protect it. Now, y'all, as a parent, that's not always easy. I got one right now that's testing all of my nervous system. And Lisa's too. Fireproof it. Let me tell you what you're going to do. You're going to have to step up into how you communicate with those people. That list you just made, you have to communicate more intentionally. Communicate on purpose. Communicate thoroughly and be very clear. Express, give them what they need, and you're going to get what you need. Tell them, I love you. You're important to me. I love the way you said that, Granville. Protect the prayer investment. Allow the seed time to produce the harvest I have been seeking and the harvest I've been saying. Oh, while you're all up in my business, Larry, dream ChatGPT prompt last night. I literally asked the dream prompt, wow. So I'm repeating myself to you. How do you fireproof those covenant relationships? Watch me, y'all, cut my work in half. How do you fireproof covenant relationships with those in your life? And how do you fireproof the relationship that you have as a celestial, as a patron, as a member of Reformation Church of Atlanta, and your relationship with me as your prophet? You do it with seed. I'm trying to do two things at one time. I'm looking at 9:30, but just go right good with it. So when we sow our optimization seed, that's what we're going to sow. Our optimization seed. That's what we said. Optimization and fireproof seed. That's what we'll do. When we sow that seed today, there's going to have a different intention in it. I am fireproofing my covenant I've made with the MBN network and this prophet here. And we're on the public platform. So people who do not like, are going to see it. And they're going to see in the chat, you make a covenant and a partnership to fireproof your tie and commitment to the MBN network and to what I'm doing here. I'm killing two birds with one big old stone. So I want you to communicate with those relationships. I want you to say something on purpose today or in the next few days as relates to that list you made. fireproof from those covenant relationships. And I want you to be very intentional with seeding. Oh, Lord. See it go good together. Seeding that with a word and with an action, those covenant relationships. Intentionally. I don't want you hitting up nobody that ain't hit you up in a long time. You keeping that tie alive because you're so loyal. No. That's probably one of them things you probably need to let Spirit go ahead and prune off. It's a drain. We're going to see the covenant relationship that we want to keep, we want to grow, and we want to flourish. So you may be sending some texts and making some phone calls or some visits over the next week, because this is the first day of the week. But it's going to start with us seeding the covenant relationship that we have with this vision. So choose the seed that you want to sow as a covenant. The seed amount, rather. And the name of the seed is optimization and fireproofing seed. So all week long, you're going to fireproof and optimize relationships, money. One of the ways to fireproof is diversify. It is to cast out disorder, because disorder attracts the devourer. Now it says the open eye seed, but we're calling it the optimization and fireproof. Okay? And somebody wrote that out so I can put it at the bottom. Oh yeah, Tamara did. That's what we're doing. Now, these are the ways that you can do it. The different ways, all different ways that we can receive this optimization and fireproofing seed and your covenant, recutting the covenant right here. And once you sow it, I don't want you to put it in the chat till after you sow it. Once you sow it, put in the chat what level at which you covenant with this ministry on this last week of October. Y'all, this October, me and this ministry has been attacked online with lie after lie. Ain't nothing true but my name. But people are free to tell their version of their experience and their thoughts. They are. But it's just one lie after the next. You didn't even see it, but one of them came into our chat this morning. And in order to get into our chat, you guys, you have to sign up and wait for days. So they sign up and wait for days to come and say something crazy. So you already know that's crazy. That's something real crazy now. There's something psychological going on. And what we're about to do versus giving that attention, we're going to turn it into a seed. Take that attention that we'll put there and turn it into a seed that is going to create a harvest after a space of time. I like that. I am seeding the covenant relationship I have with this vision. I love that. Thank you. You just coming in, Jazz, you done missed it. Cook, Google Lamoo. And once you do your seed, begin to put in the chat after you do it. Now, I wish I had some music to play so I can go use the bathroom. This water done went through my 47-year-old system and is not knocking on my door. Oh, my God. All right, Lori Scott done the Taruma offer, and she done the partner seed level, $57.86. Thank you, Lori Scott. Deidre done $340.86 optimization and fireproof stakeholder plus. So she went over the stakeholder. She done that seed and 85.86 Taruma. Thank you, Deidre. Sonia Beasley did the partnership seed, the 57.86, along with Catherine Hunt. She did it. Naomi did a little above the 57.86. She done 87.86 and 18.88 Taruma. She's fireproofing and optimizing her life, covenant relationship with this ministry and those who are supposed to be in her life. Thank you. DeQuincia Watkins, Taruma offering a 57.86. Thank you. And she done the high performer seed of $157.86. And Shamako was going to be calling you, thanking you, and giving you the prophetic word. Thank you so much. I mean, you got to watch the jazz from the top to the bottom. And play about 2 pieces of music in between there. But as soon as I came on, Spirit was just talking. Just talking. Giving us what we need to hear this morning. Thank you. Kendall did the optimization and fireproof partner seed. He sold that. Thank you. Yes, my brother CJ. I'm gonna see how long I can hold it. I usually do good with holding it. Tamika Johnson, thank you for the partner seed of 57.86. Kerry Jones, who's furloughed right now. Look at this faith. Taruma offering and partner seed sown. Thank you, Kerry. Tara Durham, and I hope everybody can participate. I chose to do Wednesdays today because I want everybody to be a part of this exchange. And then Tara Durham did the Taruma and the high performer seed. Thank you, Tara. Dorothy Curtis did the Taruma and the high performer seed has been sown. Jermaine Gartner did the Taruma and the 57.86 partner seed sown. D. McCray, I think I heard you about to become a Celestial. I got you mixed up with somebody else. 57.86 sown and $542 for her completion to the Celestial Circle. Thank you. Let's welcome her to the Celestial Circle. Y'all see her name will turn blue. Yes, Nicole, you got to go back. You had to get some sleep this morning, didn't you? Okay, I understand. I could have stand some too. Adrian Beauty, Shamako's going to be calling you. She done the optimization and fireproof seed of 157.86. Thank you so much. The Batsons did the Taruma tithe and high performer optimization and fireproof seed sown for the Batsons. We are in covenant with the MBN Network Global as we continue to walk into our next as global citizens. And it is so. Thank you. Wow. That is amazing. And Shamako is going to be calling you and giving you the word of the Lord and thank you for your seed. Vonda Simmons, 586 Taruma and 586 fireproof seed sown. Thank you so much, Vonda. And Mary Max, partner seed, 57.86 and Taruma, she sold it. Thank you so very much. Mary Williams, she done the high performer seed of 157.86 and the Taruma offering of 57.86 sown to the MBN network. Thank you so very much. Dr. Arlisa Biggers Dotson done $57.86 Taruma, and she did the super seed. So I'm going to speak the prophetic word to you live right now. Well, not right now, in a little bit. She done the super seed, $557.86. Thank you so much, Dr. Arlisa Biggers. After y'all saw it, then tell me in the chat. So me and Miss Pat, we ain't no confusion. Linda Pro, how are you doing? Taruma and optimization fireproof partner seed. She sold it. Thank you so very much. Latina Lewis, did you see the AI stuff I put in the chat? I thought that was very interesting. I thought you and Lawana would find it interesting. Then the Taruma and the high performer 157.86 on optimizing and fireproofing. Kara Bullock, partner seed, 57.86 Taruma seed sown as well. William Jones, our longest running viewer to my knowledge. all the way from 2016, I believe it is. Then the Taruma and the Partner Seed song. He's furloughed too. So look at this faith. 5786. I also think Vonda is furloughed. So she was moving in faith this morning. Optimization of Fireproof, song by Ed Applewhite. Or E. Dapplewhite. I don't know which one it is. But thank you so very much. Sheba Makita, 5786 song. Donnell Latrice, Stakeholder plus Optimization Fireproof. So that means she went over the 257.86. Thank you so much, Donnell. Somebody would say, Larry, this is so unsmart to do these amounts on Sunday. You know, I listen to the Spirit. Why? People first, and then it's money. Dr. Patrick Ross, High Performer Seed of 157.86, sown and Taruma. Thank you so very much. Liberty Cortez, you probably got going to church. CJ Tabiri, the Tabiri Trio, has done the Optimization and Fireproof Stakeholder Plus Seed and Taruma tie. Thank you so much. Mother Irene, the eldest member, 81 years old, done the Optimization and Fireproof Seed donation. Tiffany McCormick has also done the stakeholders, I think that's what they're saying. The stakeholders, Optimization and Fireproof Seed song. I enjoy watching your video, you dancing and your wife dancing as well the other day. Thank you so very much, Tiffany McCormick. Candace Johnson has done the High Performer. Shamako's going to be calling you, Tiffany. Stakeholder and High Performer, Marco calling y'all this week. And he's in Greece right now. Marco, aren't you in Greece? I think he's in Greece right now. But he'll be in the States on tomorrow. Candace Johnson, Taruma, and High Performer Optimization and Fireproof Seed song. Stay strong through that. Ron Coley, that's my sister's husband, Taruma, sown and Partner and Optimization Seed of 5786. Thank you. Hey, Dr. Marva, Taruma and Stakeholder Plus Seed song. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you. Shamako's going to be calling you. Erica. Okay, got you, Erica. 8786 song by Marina Handy. Thank you so much, very much. Tamara, done the Taruma and the High Performer Optimization and Fireproof Seed song. Thank you. I feel many people renewing their covenant. I sense it and I see it. DST Capricorn 2786 and also 2786, 1212 Taruma. Thank you. All right, Taruma and Optimization Seed song by the Youngs. I see it. I hear you, Grandma. I hear you. All right, Florence said I sold. I ain't tell you how much, but I just know I sold. Lee Speaks, done $20 Taruma and the High Performer. So Shamako's going to be calling you Lee. Get ready for the word of the Lord. Regina said I sold $4.75. I wish it could have been more, but I will be one of your top. Now, we've seen people do this before and it come to pass. Watch out now. Watch out now. All right, Dr. Terrell has done Optimization Fireproof Taruma and Partner Seed. Thank you so very much. So you're leaving Greece and you headed to the States. Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Thank you, Jenna, for your $4 Taruma and Optimization Fireproof Seed song. Yeah, it's always good to hear you. He's coming straight out of the heart and out of the mind of God. Shonda Gray, thank you so much. Super Seeds, I got to speak the word of the Lord to you now. We have 15 more minutes before 10, so I better get to it live. Thank you so much, Terry, for partnering with us on today. Wow, exactly. You teach and prophesying here, CJ. Dashima, how you doing? Always good to see you in the chat. Stakeholder Steve, Shamako's going to be calling you on tomorrow. Hey there, Keisha. Taruma Type and High Performer, Shamako's going to be calling you tomorrow. Florine, Shamako's going to be calling you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your support, and I stand with you in faith. Vonda praying for you, Mako said, traveling grace, protection, and favor to you. So she's sending that to you. They don't even know how they so blessed on that plane because of what she just attached to your travel. It's going to hold everything together. Everything. So while that is going on, and you continue to let me know in the chat your seed and what you have sown, make sure you put your phone number in the memo. God, I forgot to tell you that. If you sowed your seed and you didn't put your phone number, you can screenshot your seed and email it to donations@thembnnetwork.org with proof of your seed and your phone number, so we can make sure that we are giving you a phone call back. And thank you for it. Oh, you done stakeholder. Either way, Shamako going to be calling you. Thank you so much, Keisha. Thank you. Glad to have you. Hey, Deidre. All right, so let me do who's on the list so far. And I know some of you still be giving afterwards. Who's on the list so far? Let me look. Oh, okay. All right. Wow. Thank you, Stacy Percolette. Miss Pat, check this what you sent, because it came through real funny on my end. Stacy Percolette done well over the super seed amount. Lahoma done the Taruma and the partner seed. Thank you so much, Lahoma. Okay, you fixed it. It fixed itself. It may not have been you at all. Okay. Maybe there was something wrong in the connection. All right, you fixed it. Okay. Thank you for the Taruma. Ronald Neverland. I see. Okay, so which I got to send that over, because the way y'all sent this not recorded through that system. Y'all got my phone number. That's why y'all did it. It's supposed to be that email address. It was strange, wasn't it? Thank you so much, Jessica. 586 Taruma and 5786 C. Thank you. Okay, let me do. I'm gonna go ahead and do some of these prophecies now, while I'm here with you. I don't know if Stacy Percolette is on. Thank you so much, Candace, for your high performer seed and 1026 Taruma. God bless you. 1026, that's the day. I see what you're doing. Today's date is October the 26th of 2025. Thank you so much, Dr. Arlisa Bickers-Dotson, for your donation to the MBN network. And the Spirit says right now a light is in your eye, causing you to see through what you are going to. I see where there is something that is going to require you to put your input, and you're going to be seeing the way forward. And this is something as it relates to family. This isn't professional, but this is in the family. And the Spirit says you will stand between these two, and you will bring resolve, and you will bring comfort, and you will also bring order. I see where you're going to need His wisdom in order to reprimand, but you have to do it in a way to where it doesn't feel that way. But the tongue of correction, because I can taste it in my mouth, the tongue of correction is the direction that you must take in this. And Spirit says, I am with you to bring it into what it must be for the collective. And then I'm looking down in your spirit, and I see something that is happening in your spirit. There is an uneasiness that comes and goes. And in between there's an excitement about what is about to unfold. The Spirit of God is telling me to tell you that you are sensing empathetically what is happening around you, and then also what is meant to happen for you 6 years in the future, because you're going to be completing a level of understanding and also education by the close of these 6 years. Spirit says to extend yourself and try your hand at it again. And I see a completion certificate, or this is a degree or a diploma. Spirit says when that comes up and when the time is right, do it. You're going to find yourself center stage with other sages, and you're going to find yourself center stage with other educators and with people that instruct. Professor. I got it. And that is the word of the Lord to you. All right. I got that, and I can text it right over. I think I have it. Yeah, I do. Hallelujah. Thank you, Sheila Gammon, for your Taruma and stakeholder. Shamako is going to be calling you tomorrow. Hey, Kim said I'm going to be sewing tomorrow. No problem, baby. We'll see it. And thank you so much. Everyone that sewed, we celebrate and identify you in Patreon. There's a post. We don't say the amount there, but we put it there, and we see everyone that sow and support the ministry is always posted there. That's an additional way of us saying thank you for that. Bronda Foster done her Taruma tie, and she done the high performance. Shamako is going to be calling you on tomorrow. Thank you so very much. All right, let me look here. Oh, I'm supposed to turn off Facebook. All right, bye Facebook. It's supposed to be on YouTube now. Now, how in the world did I do that? That ain't the right thing. I did that wrong. I hit this here. Edit. By Facebook, come on over to YouTube if it's that serious. Remove Facebook from the stream. Okay. Got it. All right, it's just us over here on YouTube now. Facebook be hiding that stream anyway. Be hiding it. Nobody be hard to see it. All right. Stacy Porcolette. All right. Thanks so much for your donation on October the 26th of 2025, Stacy Porcolette. And I'm looking in the spirit, and the Lord says you are raising a prophet. One of your children has a veil that is over their eyes, meaning that they're able to see. And I'm drawn to the sun. And there is something that this young man is destined to break and to destroy in the bloodline. And one of the things that he's going to break, the pattern that he's meant to break, is not fully embracing and becoming and finishing their own vision. I'm looking at what is the will of God in Christ Jesus for him. And I hear the Lord says, protect him. Because it is the design of the negative to stop him from becoming. There will be times that you will hear my voice tell you, no, he cannot go. Because he must be raised in an awareness of where he's meant to be. And then I'm looking into the future, and I'm seeing this maroon graduation robe, and I see the tassel. And I'm looking into the future, and I'm pulling some things together. But I need your agreement, Stacy and his father, to allow me to complete this work in the spirit. So that means as I sit here, I'm creating the future that the spirit has for him, and I'm stopping the plan of the negative to negate it. The only thing that can stop what I see from happening is decisions of you and his father. I'm stretching time. I'm stretching time out. And there's a brilliance that is in him and a curiosity in the other one. I think that's a girl. I think I met you with 2 children. There's curiosity that is in your daughter. Feed it. The Spirit says feed it numbers and music. Feed her curiosity with numbers and music. And you may even get into dance with this music on. And I hear the Spirit of the Lord telling me to say this to you. Your mothering is not smothering. It is something, a prophetic spirit in you that is always known that your kids are called. It's not coming from your own lack of protection as a child either. No. All of that was wisdom on how to mother these. And that's the word of the Lord. All righty. There's another one I gotta do. Oh, you in the chat, hey, babe? Whoa. That prophetic spirit in you. Good God. His name is Samuel? He was born with sack and tat. I said a veil. Oh my God. Woo. I mean, hey, Nikki Ojo, Taruma Tithe and High Performer. Shamako's going to be calling you with the word of the Lord, creating you a new future. Rhonda done the stakeholder, 2888, 25786. God bless you. Thank you so much. Glory. Okay, next. Let's go into what's next. Gee, I know I ain't been up here no 4 hours. This thing is counting the numbers wrong. I ain't been up here. This 10 o'clock. This is 2 hours, y'all. Let me high five my darn self. I did a lot in 2 hours and a lot of information. Whoa. And I got one more prophecy. Oh, 2 more. Somebody listen. Okay. Wow. I did that thing. Thank you, Granville. Thank you so very much. I hope I see you when I get home sometime this week. Let me see here. Let me look and see what Miss Pat said. And I just want y'all to know I'm sitting here prophesying, and I have got to a mighty P is down in my spirit. Mighty. It's a whole mighty one. Let me see. But I can hold it and work. I'm used to doing this. It's a shame. They say you ain't supposed to do that, but I drink proper, so it ain't never infect me or hurt me or nothing. Because sometimes you hold pee and you pee bad, you can tear something up. Okay, then. She says, is it Shonda Gray? I think it is. I just seen the name. Yeah, Shonda Gray. All right. Today's date is October the 26th of 2025. Thanks so much for your donation, Shonda Gray. There's a fox that is around you. Somebody not telling the truth. And they're moving around you and at the same time benefiting from what you're growing. And you've been here before, Spirit says. And this has happened before. I hear God telling me, never again. You're going to expose and uncover. They're going to uncover themselves. You're going to catch it. And the information falling into your lap. And you're going to make a clean sweep and a change of operation. And this is going to cause you some level of heartbreak, but you're going to heal whole, WHOLE. And God says that I'm going to finish and complete the work in you that I started. And this is a spiritual work, and this is also a work that is professional. You're going to find yourself picking back up something that you did not complete and was not fully pushed or launched. Your strength and your energy is going to renew, and this is going to allow you to be able to do this and that while you're doing this and that. I would call it a 9 to 5 and then your own personal thing, or it could be your personal thing you do and then this new personal thing. But Spirit said this and that. Your spirit is renewing, will be renewing itself not many days hence. All this is going to be completed in 6 months. In the 9th month, I'm going to be pointing you into a new direction. And this pointing that I'm seeing the hand of God do, it looked like it's a point to a new location. Your life market begins today, 9 months, 6 months from now, then mark 9 months. And this is the word of the Lord to you. This word begins now. All right. Who was that? Shonda Gray. Let me see here. I think I got her number. If not, Miss Patton had to send it. Oh, yeah, I do. She's Celestial. All right there. Is that the last one? Oh, no. Down. You said go use the restroom. I'm all right. As long as I can stay up there, I'm all right. Okay, let me see. Thank you, Nell, for your room. But you sent it wrong where they can't see it. Well, I guess you don't care as long as you know it. Oh, and your other Taruma for $378.99. Thank you. All right. Your whole house overtaken. I see your whole house, Nell, going through a shift. But I heard the Spirit said the whole house overtaken. Divine order is coming into your house on this week. And I see an angel of the Lord with a measuring tape and is measuring everything. Everything that doesn't fit the future, you're going to be discarding it. This is things, this is people, this is also projects. And that's the word of the Lord. That's in my sight. So I'm having to say what I see. Okay, let me go. Constance. That is crazy. She said, go use the restroom and let it move like water. Okay, thank you, Constance, for your donation. Let me see. Let me do your prophecy now. Today's date is Sunday, October the 10th. Sunday, October. Let me start over. I can't stand making no mistake. I mean, I know I'm not perfect, but I don't like doing that. Today is Sunday, October this 26th of 2025. Thanks so much, Michael and Constance Dow, for your donation to the MBN Network. I hear the Spirit of the Lord telling me to tell you guys that the work is going to expand itself and there will be no stop. I'm looking at the color pink. Now, I don't know how breast cancer is going to show up in your life, or who is going to show up, or this is a contribution, or this is something that you're going to create and that you're going to make for others. But I hear the Spirit of the Lord telling me something about what I see, because I'm seeing that little thing that goes like that, that's pink. And I think that's breast cancer awareness. So I'm going to say a few things. The first thing I want you to do is to ponder. First thing I want you to do is to make sure you go check your breast, Constance. Make sure you go check your breast and put it inside of one of them things and really just check. That's number one, which you have to do anyway. If you're going to do work with breast cancer and survivors or health, you got to be first partaker. That's number one. Number two, I want you to somehow know that marry breast care awareness, breast care health to what you do with women. The Lord says to do it. This is not my word. The Lord. I don't even like to call him Lord, because that comes after the plantation. We shouldn't be referring to him as that. God, the maker and the creator of us all, the high intelligence that done all that was able to be done himself and through others. He says, this is part of your assignment, woman's health. And you will begin in the world of breast cancer awareness. And that's the word of the Lord. I have many other times to prophesy to them because they are faithful supporters. So no need to try to get it all at one time. The Dows. Interesting. Okay. You need the correct Cash App. The correct Cash App is on the thing. Do you see mine? No, baby, what you do? Hold on, is that? Oh, I know you. Hey there, Darlene. And I got that right? Darlene, that's your name. That's Darlene. Can somebody check and make sure she sent it to the right one and that we have it? Natch, if you give me that black phone and she done the Cash App, I can see it instantly. That's the MBN phone. Oh, I also have Dr. Patrick Ross. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Thank you. That's the MBN phone. Okay. Oh, it went online. So it's got the load. It's just circling and circling and circling and circling. Oh, and we ain't got nothing in here but okay. Darlene Gray, I saw yours. It's not a supersede. I'm doing supersedes right now. But I see yours. I see Martha West. I see Rosalind McCoy. Yeah. Holyfield. I see y'all. Joy Young. Lauren F. Fionn. Michelle Williams. Adrian Parker. I see all of it. Mother Marva Morris. Shantae, how you doing, baby? Dorothy. Paul Horn. I see y'all. Why is it saying 553? This time got me all mixed up. All right, you said Patrick Ross. Thank you, darling, great for your donation. All right. I know you lying. Did y'all see this? President Donald Trump's signature edition Bible, $1,000. I can't. I can't. I cannot. I absolutely cannot. Oh my Lord. All right, let me do Doc. Who has done the supersede? These are the supersede amounts. Let me put it in here. Let me explain this. So the seed is optimization and fireproof seed. The super seed is $557.86. The stakeholder seed is $257.86. Shamako calls the stakeholder and the high performer. High performer is $157.86. The partner seed, if you select the circle to maintain your every week at least partner seed. I think that's how that goes. And include your name and your phone number in the memo, whichever way you choose to give, so that me and Shamako can call you and give you the prophetic word. I'm doing super seeds right now live. Except the spirit pull on me because I think I prophesied 2 other people, but they didn't do super seed because I listen to the spirit. I do what the spirit say. So I got to do Patrick Ross right now. Okay. Interesting, isn't it? It was just sent to me by someone who pays attention to stuff, so I'm pretty sure that's legit. Because this is a scholar, and they don't just take things off the internet. So it's probably a real thing. It's very interesting now, but it's great. It's part of what has to happen. I am not saying God is using Donald Trump to expose America. I heard that narrative. No. God ain't in none of this. People voted and put him there. The only thing that God is in whatever he's conjured. And if anything is revelatory about voting, is who you vote for, what you align with. It tells us something about you. No spiritual person that is a follower of Jesus Christ should be voting Republican or Democrat. Let me tell you, Spirit said to us it was a two-headed monster. And if you understand politics, you know that is true. Even when I see Gavin, and I really like what Gavin Newsom be saying, I love some of the things I've heard Kamala Harris say. But to trust any of these is error. To stand on the side of the Republicans or the Democrats is error. In fact, to do it is way less than smart, because what you must understand, that these people that are doing this stuff in our administration is Republicans and Democrats. You have 100 Senate seats. That's 2 people from all states. That's 50 states. Then you have 435 House of Representative seats. Altogether, 535 people who doing this voting. Those 435 people come from the representations of each state. Some states like California have 52 because it's according to how many people live in your state. I want you to hear me. These people are friends. They're backdoor deals. And you can't come on TV, play in my face like you hate Donald Trump, when the reality is you hate that he's in power and you ain't in power. All of y'all in a fight for power. And I would be a dumb American citizen to trust any of y'all. I know whenever I vote, I'm choosing between the lesser evil. Who's going to care more than the other? And I got sense enough to know that even you that appear to care more ain't my friend. All of you guys are in the top 10% percentile in income, many of you top 5%, and even some of you 1%. Although your salary ain't but around 150 to 174,000 a year, that alone puts you in the top 10%. But with your investments and the information and the sponsorships y'all get, most of y'all in the top 5%. So ladies and gentlemen, before there was Bezos and before there was the Tesla guy, Elon, and all these people as the oligarchs, those in the Congress are oligarchs too. They do not represent the 90%. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I do not understand why anyone will put their hope and trust in Democrats or Republicans or people in power who don't know your struggle, ain't never had it, and got the privilege of white skin. You be dumb to do that. Kendall, maybe that need to be a clip. I don't know. But I listen to these people talk and I'm like, where's your mind? Is there any part of your mind that is working? I know we all got smart parts and dumb parts, but you got one too many dumb parts. Don't do that to yourself. Ain't none of these people caring about you or yours. Not the way you are. Because you in it. They orchestrating it. They're managing it. They're managing your experience as an American. Until or unless you begin to pull out of the matrix. This is why I say there must be an exodus. Every American must exit America. Some of you physically, but I'm talking mentally, spiritually, politically. Exit the chaos and the culture and the consumerism. Don't drink the elixir called the American culture no more. Exodus. Exit right now. And those of you that are moving physically, God bless you. You're privileged. Those of you that are able to live between America and other places for your peace and your conscience and your money, God bless you. You're privileged. But those of you that are staying, get in the survival or the safety zone mode on how to prosper in the midst of all of this, psychologically, financially, and every other kind of way. I hope you hear me. All right, now end scene. Let that thing come get me and hijack me and put words in my mouth. All right, Kendall, I hope you got that. It's just the truth, y'all. It's just the truth. And I know y'all know, but some people watching us that ain't a part of our community right now, they don't know. The lesser evil is still evil. Whew. The lesser evil is still evil. You got to get me saying that too, Nancy. That part right up. Yeah, I like to hear Gavin run his mouth and all that. I'm like, get him. Yeah, I feel real good about it. But I'm like, And then all y'all pro-Israel. Okay, let me get out of that. I got a prophecy to do. Patrick Ross, right? Today's date is October the 26th of 2025. Thank you so much, Dr. Patrick Ross, for your donation to the MBN network. I don't know if you know this or not, but there's someone on the other side who's very strong, and they're speaking to me concerning you. And he shows up as a protector, and he also shows up with an apology. Wait. Very aggressive, very forward, and trying to tell me what to say. I have to speak the word of the Lord first, sir. Give me a moment. I hear the Lord talking to me about your childhood and the inner child in the inside of you. God says that you've done well because you went without the affirmation that you needed. Is that you? This person is taking responsibility of a line and a chain of neglect and trying their best to make it up by hollering at me. And that's not going to work. You have to come another way. I don't operate like that. Now, God says, good job. Because I see where you easily could have stayed in a vice and been consumed by it. But I hear God saying he's managed well. And you also had a feminine hand that was necessary. And let me tell you why it was necessary. Because you needed to open up to the empathetic aspect of you that is prophetic. Mm-hmm. God says your prophetic aesthetic has been set. You have the structures for the prophetic. You just have to heal this one last thing in order for you to begin to do for yourself what you do for others. Them kids, them young ones, those brothers. You showed up in a way. Show up ain't happening for you. You have an amazing anointing that is about to unfold that you have not seen in its full texture, color, and shape. I announce the beginning of a new prophetic experience and the beginning of a new future. 2026 is your year to come out and to be all of who you are. Amazing journey ahead. And that is the word of the Lord to you. All right? That was an interesting experience for me. Patrick Ross. God bless you. I don't have this, so I'm texting it to you, Miss Pat, so you can send it to him. All right. Well, we are complete. We're 24 minutes over. This was an amazing session once again. It was good having those of you that are in the bushes watching, which you probably left. But thank you so much for being here, for your support of the MBN network. Thank you so very much. I'm praying for each and every last one of you guys, and I'm calling your money into your bank account, into your pocket. I am attempting to cut the time between you and what you need, and I'm continuing to do what I do. Tell Jeremy I enjoyed seeing his last week. See me what? You see me? Jeremy came out last week. I don't remember being live. Was I live? Maybe I was. Okay. But I'm going to be live over there in the members only. I think I might say something about that text that came through here. Oh, funding, favor, and finance in my house. Oh, yes. Funding, favor. I was in a van, y'all, leading prayer. And that just coming. Amazing. All right. God bless you guys. And I'll see you later. All right, God bless. All right, Marco, safe travel. I love you. Okay, we're going to go out of here. Rare breed. Oh no, I need to run the commercial. And then we go. See you later. Oh, Gone experience. Don't. I know you've been having dreams. I know you've been seeing some things while you're sleeping, and visions like mind movies been dancing in your head, and you want to understand them. Dreams are letters from above that are supposed to be read by you, and I want to help you read what you saw. I want you to go right now and download the MBN Network app and look for the Dream Guide from the side. And this is going to integrate with your Chat GPT. Put your dream in there, and I am going to interpret what you saw while you slept. I've been interpreting dreams for decades. Some of your most amazing, powerful, talented people in the world by night have came to me to get their futures told. And I want to help you. So I want you to go right now and download the MBN Network app and go in there and get the Chat GPT so that can become now your guide from the side. See you in the future.